Hello, my friends. It is my pleasure to welcome y'all to the start of Overwatch Contenders season 2022. My name is Jeff. I'm here with the one and only Chef Billy, and we are going to guide you through day one of Summer Series A-Sides. This is it. Contenders is back. This is the place where future superstars will rise. This is also the place where veterans come to show us the value of their experience. Billy, I think we're going to get more of the latter here in this matchup today.
I mean, there is a plethora of ex-Owl players in our lobby today. So this is going to be a matchup of the DPS. I think that we're going to be looking at Psycho versus Logix as one of the matchups. Then Mouse on the other side. I'm wanted to see, they played for Valorant for a little while. They came back now that Overwatch 2 is around. They brought themselves back into the scene. So let's see if they've lost a step or if they're still, playing on a high tier. The other thing that I'm looking at for Team Peps is that they have gone away maybe from Zerion and brought in Canale from Munich Esports, which we saw that epic 7-map final in open division. So, man, I mean, if there's an upgrade over Zerion, let's see it. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, Canale, the Spaniard from Munich Esports, certainly put up a great performance there in Open Division. Munich Esports did end up falling in that 7-map series that you're talking about. Team Peps, where your grand finals champions come out of EUOD and came into Summer Series with a great seeding at 9th seed, which has given them this spot. But on the other side, we've seen a lot of Team Peps. Those of you out there watching, I'm sure you're familiar with this squad, heralded by Get Amaze, with Logix, with Bin Best in the tank line. They also picked up Weeku from Equal Friend. So they managed to get, some great players from the second and third place teams out of OD, even bolstering Team Pep's line even more. But Mo's on the other side, you got some phenomenal players on this team as well. We're talking about DPS matchups. You're looking at Onigod as well as Psycho on this squad. So this is going to be a fiery first game to kick off our Contenders 2022 season.
Looking at the support line as well, we could also see one of our old friends, Travis, also known as Autumn Souls, bringing themselves back into the scene here in Overwatch 2 as a fantastic flex support. So we'll see, who actually is going to be in our starting 5. I cannot wait to get into the action because this is going to be a banger. It sucks that it's kind of a first round of 64 matchup because this could be a grand final in any other realm, in any other universe, but we're getting treated to just the best out of the gate.
Yeah, and this is going to be a first to 2 series here in our single elimination stage of Summer Series. Let's take a look at those maps. This is going to be Team Peps who get first map pick, and I believe that will be Lijiang Tower. Start things off. So, so a little comfort pick here, I think, Billy, not just from the teams, but for everybody watching as well. We're all very familiar. We're seeing this map right out of the gate. I couldn't think of a more fitting way to kick off our tournament.
I mean, it was a lot of the build-up tournaments as well as any open division started on Lijiang Tower most of the time. So I think that, looking at this, it's just comfort. I do agree with you on that. I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of comfort picks here in the beginning because you've got to get out to an early lead. It's a first to 2, and it's also single elimination here in our A side. So that is, you've got to get out the gate fast. You've got to hit the ground running hard, and you've got to assert your dominance there. So we're taking a look at Team Peps here. They're going to bring out Logix and Naga here on the Sojourn and the Genji. I called it. I thought that he would pick up the Sojourn, and so we do see Logix here on the Sojourn.
And this is on the live patch, so we do have Ben Best on Junker Queen to start things off. This does also include the Moira change. So the Enfeeble Orbs and Necrotic Orb is in play as well, with Canale picking up that role here in the beginning. And it is going to be Team Peps drawing first blood. We do have the name swapped at the top, so make no mistake, Ben Best, Naga, Logix, that is Team Peps. There we go. We got that swapped over immediately. Another quick kill coming through. Jkaru hit the dirt. Team Peps, they're going to start off strong. Unless there's a big clapback, Team Peps with a huge player advantage right now should be able to grab first control. Psycho moving in, put some pressure down. Bidvest falls. Psycho hanging onto this thing is going to ice block onto the point. Nobody has grabbed control just yet.
I talked about if Miles lost a step or not. Well, the tracking there on the Tracer is absolutely true. And they actually wiped the point there. So now Miles is going to start getting the progress going up. Team Peps might be looking at a couple of changes here.
Still sticking with that Junker Queen. Bimbest just overstepped just a touch and gets walled off. Psycho able to bring that one back. Jay Carter returns to the fight. Now Psycho with a Blizzard online, ready to go. FD God nowhere near. Well, I don't think close enough to that sound barrier at the very least. Naga does have this blade, jumping over the wall, heading into the back line, pulls out the katana, looking for the supports. Fade from Blue X, but Naga finds Maz and Blue X eventually to go down against the sharpened blade of Naga, making his return to T2. Team Peps flip this thing.
Yeah, 2 ultimates invested in that, and they got full value out of it. The Blizzard from Psycho just did not have the impact that they wanted to have on it. So, I mean, we're looking now at Overclock, nothing really to defend against it. Luke is going to have to get this sound barrier up, and Luck, has to watch out, because I think Logix is going to be really targeting them with this Overclock.
The sound barrier is a fairly good counter to the overclock. That extra shielding means you can't just one-tap heads, at least for a few seconds. Hikaru's going to throw the hammer down, finds Ben Best with that one, but the commanding shout comes out, sound barrier on top of it. That is a lot of health for Team Peps, and they are pushing in and just drilling Mouse into the dirt. They're going to win second fight here. Keep building that percent.
I tell you what, that was a very timely sound barrier coming in from FD God, and you've got to be looking at, how do they aggress onto the point now? The Pulse Bomb did not get the value, so, sound barrier will keep you up through this next fight. The Junker Queen, with the ultimate coming up, you're going to be antied coming in.
Especially going through this tiny room. Mao's looking to go through White Room. You can put them all in a nice line for Ben Best just to throw that rampage and purple everybody. Get the anti-heal down. Luck needs to be perfect with the sound barrier. There's the rampage. Only gets 2 with that. The sound barrier is there. Luck able to save their team. Ben Best in there still swinging the carnage around, and Jay Karu feeling the brunt of it. Psycho ice blocked up close to a Blizzard to try to bring this one back yet again, but no such luck. Team Peps are having none of it this time.
Nope, they absolutely cleaned out. That's a 4K from Naga, by the way. Gets Blade in the interim. And so for the final fight here, they're going to have the Coalescence from Canale, and they're also going to have the Blade. So Blizzard is going to have to try and aggress the point for them and get onto it.
Jay Carver speeding in. Overtime initiated. FD God gets locked right out of the gate. The Lucio legend draws first blood, and it could be final fight for Maz here in round 1. Naga, that blade is going to be stronger than the Blizzard, able to just dance around all the snow, finds themselves at Jakaru's back, able to take them down with some help from their friends. Team Peps take round 1.
That's a fantastic first map from Team Peps, and I mean, we were expecting Ben Best to be on the Rhine or maybe on the Wrecking Ball here. Nah, Junker Queen rules, and that Rampage is absolutely what you need. The anti-healing into it. It's just a disgusting ult. We were talking with a couple of friends, and we don't think that a tank should have that ability. That might be something that they have to look at as in fine-tuning, or at least the duration of it. But we're going to head to Control Center now, Jeff, and here we see it. Ben Best bringing out the signature Reinhardt. Oh. And I like this look from Naga as well. So the Sojourn with the Naga, you're going to have the poke from range, as well as the ability to control space.
Oh, and I'm loving this matchup. We get the Jay Karu versus Ben Best Reinhardt, Naga versus Psycho on the May. As we're going to get the straight mirror coming through, and both Reinhardts headed up to Lightroom, start things off. Nice walls. Trying to make things a little complicated here for Ben Best, but they're able to just back up towards the point. Getting some good healing. No one able to take him down just yet. It is Jay Karu who's under a lot of pressure. The kill comes through. Now Ben Best is able to aggress and hammer down 1. And Team Peps with 2 quick kills. Make it 3 here to start us off in Control Center.
Yeah, and I think that Luck has got to get themselves out. Nope. Ben Best throws a fire strike and says, nay, nay, you shall not pass. Still, the point has not been taken yet. Blue X, hello. That's actually an insane stall for as long as you got. Got up to 65% of their Coalescence as well. So, into the next fight. I mean, I'm looking for a Shatter coming out of Ben Best. Oh my God, Logix, how?
I've been so looking forward to see Logix play the Sojourn. I mean, just an absolute legend in the Overwatch community. And Sojourn and this Belgian's hands is just absolutely terrifying.
I mean, just the charged shots that are coming out. I mean, the accuracy is just something to behold. So still, looking at Shatter and Coalescence, you're going to have a lot of staying power in this next fight.
Give me that Coalescence from Canale to start things off. Wall is up. Bidbest is able to find Moz. He was cut off from the team. Psycho goes down. No more DPS left standing from Moz Sexy Money Club. Jake Carr is able to get one in the mix, close to that Shatter, but that is all that Moz Sexy Money Club will find.
I mean, Logic's right now with the railgun is creating so much space and distance for Team Peps that Mouse cannot figure out a sight line to get on top of them. Now, they're going to have this photon barrier into the next fight, but you can still get around it by throwing out the Blizzard. You may just completely deny the value of this upcoming photon barrier.
Teleport, and Shatter goes down! Just be able to beat Binbest Shield. Oh, FD got with the perfect sound barrier, though. Saves the lives. Nugget does fall, but not before getting the Blizzard out. Jkaru's frozen up. Shatter goes down. Blue X not able to heal. What a smart play from Binbest just to get that side. Shatter deny the healing while Jkaru is punished in the corner. Luck's coming in, trying to make something happen, and the flip comes through for Mouse. They're not gonna be able to hold on to it. They don't have enough members left.
Now, this is going to be a very quick flip over here for Team Peps, and there it is. So, what we're looking into the next fight. I mean, Luck is going to have sound barrier for them to address the point on, but I don't know if they have the range to get in there. We see Mouse swap over to a Sojourn over their own, so you're going to get the railgun charge going up. That might be the point turner here for them. I just think it might be a little bit.
His whole MO is just kind of jumping in, firing away, healing yourself, and hoping the rest of the team catches up with you. And with the chemistry that Henning's son, aka ex-equal friend, has been able to establish over the course of their entire time together, it's quite easy to manage. Majin is now switched up to the Junker Queen to see if she can contest, but Majin's already getting up on, cornered away. Horthic is going to take care of We Fit God, and Muffin is going to get the final blow. This is another wipe juggle.
It is, and Henning's son is doing a beautiful job as well of just making sure that they're engaged during these rotations, right? When Boreal Censored is going to be their most vulnerable, their weakest. Now, one of the members that we mentioned a lot from Henning's son, Love. Perhaps if Boreal Censored can somehow find a way to negate Love's effectiveness, take them out of the fight first, maybe they can have some kind of a hope, but it's looking a little rough right now. Henning now pushing forward, able to find We Fit. They're taken out of the fight quickly, but Boreal Censored, they have an opportunity here. No supports left for Henning's son, and they smell blood in the water. They're going to start moving on to point. That's going to be almost one captured now. Looking very, very close to it. It's not maybe going to be the case, though, as Henning comes back in with a force on the Junker Queen, able to stop that progression, and all of that capture percentage is lost and gone for naught, Tenric.
That is such a ridiculous sort of way that you can manage that point. Henning, along with the Junker Queen, along with the Roadhog being those two self-sustaining tanks. As long as you get rid of those supports, then it should be easy living. But with the power that Henning and Love has had, they've been able to hold things down. Love needs to be countered more quickly, and Mifa needs to be front and center for it. But he can't even get that far because Horthic, his Ditto, is on fire in the front line. That's another 3K alone from the Genji, and Love picking up the rest of the squad.
Horthic just doing a tremendous job with that Dragon Blade, and it's been unstoppable both here and on Gardens from Lijiang Tower. So, it's like, what do you do if you Boreal Censored, right? Do you try and take out Love? Oh, wait, here comes Horthic. Do you try and take out Horthic? Oh, wait, here comes Henning, right? It just seems to be unstoppable here. Horthic finding another pick onto We Fit as well. Love picking up one onto Olivia, finding another, and with that, once again, Henning's son has picked apart Boreal Censored, and the time has been picked apart as well. There's less than a minute here, Tenric.
The fact that these DPS ults alone have been all they've needed to completely team wipe leaves the fact that the rest of the rotation is completely ridiculous. The Junker ult as well as both support ults still online for this final 45 seconds of play is absolutely immaculate. Henning's son, the conga line of death here at the defense. There's only one ult available, Mifa with that Dragon Blade, but already with the quintuple purple from Henning's ultimate, that's a done and dusted fight.
Yeah, that's absolutely tremendous coming out from Henning's son. Henning has just every single member of Henning's son, I think, has had so far their time in the light. Henning with that fantastic fantastic ultimate right there. Horthic and Love as well, popping off Natlock says that's some tremendous down barriers and aggressive plays as well. Really, the Muffin, I think, is the last one we need to see pop off here. 2 seconds left to go, and barely in time, we see Modric roll on a point in Wrecking Ball. He's got about half health. However, they going to be able to survive this? They are going to be as the answer. Overtime starting to tick down. Horthic able to find Mind Spine. That may be the last member who's able to touch him. With that, Henning's son, a full hold on Hollywood.
1 tick is all you need to get to the round of 32. Can Henning's son pull it off? Honestly, they may be able to do it in just 1 push. The Henning Junker Queen has been so perfect this entire time. The entrances have been immaculate, and it's definitely thanks to Natlox and Muffin with that double AoE healing, leaving entrances so easy and practically trivial, to the fact that Boreal just has to continuously back up while defending, just because along with that speed boost and triple passive healing on specifically Henning, I mean, all Boreal can really do is try and chip away while trying to outlast and back up. They give distance over just by existing, and Henning's son, they relish in it, they adore it, they revel in that power. Boreal Sensor, they're gonna go for a mirror comp this time. They've seen the power that the double AoE along with the Junker Queen can have. Olivia and Mipha gonna stick on this Sojourn. Mipha actually gonna go on the Symmetra for a second here, and looks like the DPS from Boreal are kind of debating over what exactly to go for. Love, in turn, is actually potentially going for something different here, experimenting, hovering over a couple DPS picks, and while Sojourn is definitely the meta right now for Overwatch 2, I feel like Love would be comfortable on just about anything, so why not see some experimentation as Love refuses to take the thumb off the Pharah? We may just see that enter the fray here.
Oh no, at the last moment, the swap over to Widowmaker. Very interesting pick, but very, very good as well on first point Hollywood, and that's all they need to take. And if Love can come away with just 1 pick off of that Widowmaker, that's going to open the floodgates and allow Henning's son to just push with impunity on the point. But right now, they're meeting a lot of opposition. In fact, Olivia going to be able to take the Muffin out. Half of the support line now down for Henning's son. Love feeling a lot of pressure as well. That's going to be Mindfind finding them. And Boreal Sensor, they're looking a little bit worse for wear at the moment, but they do have a couple picks on Henning's son. Can they recover quickly enough? It looks like they're able to. 3 players down from Boreal Sensor. It's starting to tick over. Can anyone even touch her as this first point all it's going to take? And that will be Henning's son advancing into the next round of the Contenders Summer Series A-Sides.
It was the 3v3, but the 2 characters, the 2 players that were taken out on Henning's son's side were the players that didn't have to move in first. You still had Henning, you still had Horthic. Those 2 players alone could push that front line, keep that envelope going so easily on a person-to-person basis, and Henning's son, they ran with it to hell and back, getting all the damage required to take care of that point and take us to a very early conclusion of their day 1 here in the A-Sides.
Well, I got to tell you, Tenric, it was an absolute pleasure getting to cast with you again. It's been far too long, my friend, and frankly, this was far too short as well. Would have loved to have seen a little bit more time here, but Henning's son, they said, no, we are going to make quick work of Boreal Censored, and congratulations to them. It's incredible to me, Tenric, because Henning's son, they made it look easy, which is absolutely to me insane, because these when you get to the Contenders A-Sides, this is really starting to be the cream of the crop, right? We are reaching, I've said the word high, or the phrase high echelon before, but that's really where we are right now. And to see such a disparity in terms of the performance that we saw today between these top performing teams, it is really something tremendous. And I think it speaks volumes to Henning's son's strength. I mean, they gave Team Peps a real run for their money in that losers semis back in Open Division, or losers finals, actually.
This is Contenders. This is the best teams in the world, and Henning's son proving that they are trying to rise to the top, and they're not going to let anybody stand in their way. They'll be heading to the round of 32 along with 31 other teams that are currently fighting for their spots right now. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the remainder of the initial rounds here in the A-sides. We will be reaching 16 by the end of tomorrow, but that is going to do it for this specific stream. We still got some Contenders A-sides going on other Monkey Bubble Reflash channels, so make sure to check those out. But until next time, it's been great chatting with you. Great to watch some Overwatch 2 gameplay here, and we'll see you next time.
Surprise! We are back!